Welcome to Daily Life Connection as we continue to explore who God is and what difference that makes in how we live our daily lives. The difference it should make, I think, is a greater joy, a greater sense of awe and wonder and delight and adoration for the Father. Well, that's my hope as we explore these things together. I want to talk today about the God of justice. He's a God of justice, or a God who it's the same thing as the God who judges. His judgment is always about justice. I heard someone say it this way, and I thought, boy, that's really wonderful. God's judgments always call chaos to order. God's judgments always call darkness to be exposed to the light, corruption to be rooted out, and exploitation stopped. Let me read those to you again. What a wonderful list. What an amazing word picture that is for us. Judgment is when chaos is called to order. Boy, sometimes we feel like our world is descending into chaos, politically, socially, spiritually, environmentally. You see, that's one of the reasons we say, God, come and judge, come and be the judge, because he's going to call chaos back to order. When Jesus comes to judge, to be the judge, it's to call chaos back to order. He calls darkness to be exposed to the light. And again, sometimes today we feel like that, don't we? Like our world is being swallowed up in the darkness of disease and death and destruction and political ugliness and darkness. It seems like the lights are dim in some ways. Come, you see, that's kingdom come. Let your kingdom come, your will be done on earth. That's calling God to judge, to come and judge, to come and call chaos to order, to come and call darkness to be exposed to the light, to come and root out corruption and bring about righteousness, rightness, purity. Again, corruption in the church, in politics, in our society. And oh God, come be the judge, come bring justice, come bring justice and righteousness where there's corruption. And then that other word, exploitation, is stopped. Sometimes it just becomes wearying, doesn't it? When you see, and I'm going to be honest here, in politics, politicians who are exploiting the job for their own benefit. And can I be this honest with us? When we see Christian leaders sometimes exploiting churches and people for their own benefit, that's exploitation too. And before we judge too harshly, we need to remember Romans 12 or Romans 2 and 1. Whenever you condemn someone else, you judge yourself because the same thing's in you. If we have the opportunity, we do it too. In fact, I'm sure if we could really see ourselves, we would understand we do exploit others for our own benefits, don't we? We're guilty too. And we say, God, come and judge that. You see, I just, one of my passions is, I think we've often seen God as, if we say, God, come and judge me, it's that fearful, oh my goodness, he's going to punish me, he's going to make me pay. That's not God's justice. When God brings justice, when I say, God, come and judge me today, I'm saying, call the chaos in me and in my emotions and in my mind and in my relationships, call the chaos back to order. God, come judge me today. Let your light flood the dark places in who I am. God, root out the corruption that's in me. That everything is tending towards decay kind of thing. Root that out of me. I don't want corruption. Let me give you this illustration. This is a kind of sickening, but it's true. When I was young, I picked potatoes up in northern Maine every fall. That was potato picking. It was the worst job of my life ever. But anyway, we would go out in the field and pick potatoes, and we never particularly liked picking the fields where they grew russet potatoes, because russet potatoes were prone to rot, corruption. And, you had your gloves on and you were picking these potatoes fast as you could to fill your basket. And every once in a while you'd grab one and it would be full of corruption. It would be full of rot. I don't know how to tell you. The stink of a rotten russet potato is one of the most gross things you can imagine. And you get that corruption on your gloves, and your gloves are now wet and they stink, and you're bent over. It was not a pleasant thing. And that's the same in us. I don't want corruption in me. I don't want the enemy's corruption in my emotions, in my heart, in my motives, in my thoughts, in my spirit. God, come and judge that. Bring that corruption to wellness, to root it out of me. And then lastly, God, where I tend to exploit people, come and judge that in me. Judge the people that exploit me, sure, but not in a sense of making them pay. Make them well so they don't do that anymore. That's God's kind of judgment. God, He isn't here to punish me that I exploit people. He's here to cleanse that. He's here to heal that. He's here to free me from that. That's what, you see, that's why you and I can I dare you to do this today? Can I dare you to pray, Father, judge me. Judge me. From that perspective, call my chaos to order. Call my darkness into light. Call my corruption into wellness. Call my exploitation into freedom. Ah, yeah. He's a God of justice. A justice that we can rejoice in because it's always for our benefit. God bless. We'll talk again tomorrow.